Shout out to my son, Lil Keith. People keep asking me, is the dude DC Fly on Wild and Out my son?
Yeah,
I said, nah, my son is Lil Keith. That's Young Fly. And we just took a picture together sitting on the couch. It's going to be shown on this tape. And so they'll see Lil Keith, Young Fly. I'm DC Fly. That's Young Fly. There where I go, this is the real DC Fly. Now they say the dude Chico Bean out of DC.
Yeah, shout out to Chico Bean.
Yeah, shout out to Chico Bean. I ain't never, but he's younger than me, so you know. But I know he out of DC. People always speak out as Chico Bean. And but let me make it clear. I apologize to Alvin Lee for leaving here at the time. Mark Ford was there. He called me and said, man, they're looking for you, man. Miss Huff or Lamont. So many people was there, man. I was glad to see Smooth. I think you got a picture of me and Smooth, Lil Darryl, and my cousin, Deborah Marshall.
Can you tell us what happened when everybody think the Mexican Mafia is so dangerous, so powerful? Can you tell the people what happened when they thought that they had a sweet lick or something and they threw this hot sauce and Babyface face out here at ADX?
But what happened was, see, when you got them different gangs, Eon, that they had some young guns trying to come up in their gangs too. And in order to be accepted, sometimes they had to put some work in. So Babyface had been over there in the program for a minute. You know, but he had got a set off. So a young Mexican Mafia heard that Babyface was out of DC, but they really was trying to get the dude and you shot, man. You got good mind. Because they couldn't get Babyface's next available dude out of the city.
This is, you are speaking to the fact of how the doors are popped for recreation, right?
Right, they let the tear out. Oh, because they're in the step-down program. So the whole tail come out. Their whole tail come out together.
And for those that don't know, the step-down program is not even in the ADX building, correct?
That's across the street.
In the USP.
In the USP. They got a special section called Phase 2 of the program.
So technically, only one murder occurred inside ADX building, and that's the Migos. Okay, my bad. Go ahead back.
Yeah,
they pop.
We had one murder on y'all man Chuco killed another Mexican on y'all stomped his brains out and beat him to death. And then when Dominique was in K unit in the step down, the last phase before you leave, so you had 2 murders. That's when they locked the whole prison down and put the wreck cage, dog cages up. You know what I mean? It was selling death to the Mexicans, called them all kinds of names, punk, MF. So to retaliate, they picked Babyface. You know? They picked the wrong one. So he threw the concoction, hot sauce, hot pepper juice, disinfect all that, you know, throw it in the eyes, try to blind them so they could stab him. But youngsters are beasts, you know what I mean? Youngsters took the knife from him, knocked him out, and police came, and first he said he ran to his cell, cleaned his eyes real fast, he told him. And so they sent him back. So, man, we heartbroken. So what the administration did, came and got me. And got some news to tell you. I said, what? I said, your son, Richard Johnson. I said, what? They said they tried to stab him. I said, who tried to stab him? They said, he all right. He defended himself. He came out on top. The guy tried to do it, got the worst of it. I said, who? They said the Mexican Mafia. So they called in Cosi.
Wayne Perry.
And the leader heard of the Mexican Mafia to the gym for intervention. They say, we need to know, is this going to be a new war? Both parties agreed, we're going to stop it right here. So they said, we already went and talked to Mujahid. Let him know, son all right, he ain't get hurt, but we had to put him back in the regular unit and bring him back. And Herb got all respect and love for Wayne. I mean, love him and respect him. Everybody do.
I mean, he kind of like the top guy, Mexican Mafia out there.
He was the leader of the Mexican Mafia.
So it's kind of
out of Texas.
Okay, gotcha.
That wasn't California Mexican Mafia.
All right. So it's also safe to say, since we talking about this, that, you know, first of all, Babyface got the, you know, the better end of the stick, in my opinion, right? But it's safe to say that we're talking to Wayne and talking to you and Babyface, you know, being cool with it, right? That kind of like stopped a big conflict that could have spilled outside of ADX too, right?
Yeah, it could have spilled. If they wouldn't have nipped it in the bud right there, because if Nkosi didn't agree to sit down and talk to her, you know, it would have been on. You know, we could send a word. Anybody catch, you know what I mean, take care of that. They just try to hit Babyface. So
in a situation like that, does the Mexican Mafia discipline this guy?
Yeah.
That threw this thing on face?
Yeah, because
that's not sanctioned, as we say, right? Like he went rogue.
No, but he get chastised and disciplined because you don't do nothing without checking with the command. Everything is a chain of command. You know what I mean? You just can't go willy-nilly.
So those rules apply in ADX or Petersburg.
Yeah. You got, if you try to make a move, especially on a DC dude, if the chain of command and the head of the organization is allies with me and Wayne, you gotta check with the boss first. You know what I mean? And if he don't, you know, there's gonna be repercussions.
Can you explain the dynamics of how it would be if Babyface was to run across that particular person in another prison? Would he respect and honor that agreement?
I doubt.
And we talking hyper. Yeah, I'm asking that on a Lawton Southeast Babyface.
I doubt.
So if Babyface was to run into that person, hypothetically, let's say in Hazleton, they both had got out of ADX, which inshallah would never happen now because Face is home. But if Face ran into that guy at Hazleton and bust him, right? Would that affect anything prison-wide with something like that?
No. Because he had it coming.
Okay. I'm just asking for the people who don't understand.
He violated. You know what I mean? He broke a treaty. You know what I mean? He went, you know what I mean? You just can't select and get anybody out of DC because you might want to do it out of DC. You know what I mean? And I done been there, man, and seen plenty of times where dudes be beefing with certain dudes and hey, can't do that, man. Herb built them people. And Herb loved Babyface. You know what I mean? And he apologized.
Oh, so Herb, which is the Mexican Mafia guy, your top guy, he and Babyface continued to get along for about 5-6 more years or so.
Yeah, Babyface asked me to send word to him, try to get a number. Yeah. See, listen. You have peons, you have leaders, but see, it's a chain of command. You know what I mean? And you got generations. Pretty B, Zulu, Dominique, Babyface. You know, their generations, you know what I mean, is actually Nkosi in there. Nkosi in there after my generation. So if I'm the elder, you know, Pretty B might come to me and say, take care of it. All right, take care of your business. You know what I mean? Like when I did the dude out of Philly. You know what I mean? And man, Jonas was out there. Pretty B said, get this joint to Smith. That guy. You know what I mean? So we have to be unified, the real men. The real men and the ones that count. You know what I mean? Because you gotta keep us on the map, man. You know what I mean? And these are the things I was taught from Deloach and Earl Coleman Bay and Lulu. You know what I mean? This is why I love Lulu and Lulu love me so much, man. You know what I mean? You have to earn your bones. You can't just live off the name I'm from DC. You can be a wreck. When they closed Lawton, dudes that would have been on CB5 and on PC integrated with all the homies. So dudes from out of town, they don't know and dudes would have been protecting cousin-in-law. You know, and they riding off our name. You know? And this is why Tone used to punish them gunners and all that stuff. And you know what I mean? And dudes used to get on the phone and say, I can't be around flying silk. Man, I'm in ADX with them dudes. You know what I mean? They know the SIS list. This is how we get all the separation. You know?